Hello, everybody, and how is everybody doing today on this beautiful Wednesday? At least it's beautiful here in Central Florida. Like, really, we couldn't have ordered better weather. So, and I hear it's gotten a little bit better up north. My mother tells me that Ohio had a 62-degree day. So, let's keep up the good weather. Which I think really has a lot to do with keeping up our good moods. So, hello everybody that's hopping on. It's good to see everybody today. Heart Chakra Day. Heart Chakra, Heart Chakra, Heart Chakra. Oh, yes, beautiful weather, Jackie. And hi, Kathy, and hi, Brenda. And hi, Susan, and hi, I saw somebody else pop on. Ashton, wonderful. We're getting started. I'll give it a couple minutes for everybody to get on. But something that came up to me that's slightly related to the heart chakra, but is also just independent, is how much we are feeling a little bit of overwhelm. And we're all empaths. The kind of people who show up at something like this are empaths. And so I just really wanted to talk about clearing your energy field today. Like, actually take the time to clear your energy field. If you normally clear your energy field once a day, clear it 3 times a day. If you normally clear your energy field 3 times a day, clear it 5 times a day. This is a good time to sage your house. This is a good time to take a salt bath. This is a good time to take a shower the minute you come back into the house. Not just for hygiene purposes, but for something I call spiritual hygiene. Keeping your energy pure, and that can include not listening to as much TV and radio and Facebooks, except for things you're choosing to be on. So sometimes limiting yourself from things can be part of that spiritual hygiene. But I thought today I would actually do a little energetic clearing before we even started with the lecture. So everybody take a deep breath and exhale. Shake it off. I mean, I literally want you to shake it off. Raise your little heart hand if you've been out in the world today. Maybe you need to let go, or raise a different version of the heart hand. And if you've been, talking to somebody that's had, stress, maybe they've been laid off. Maybe they've found out that they're not going to work for 2 weeks. Maybe they went to the grocery store and they couldn't buy the things that they needed. Maybe they looked at their bills and realized that their savings wasn't going to go as far as they thought. But shake that off. So what I want to do here, this first thing that I want to do is call your soul fragments back to you. So I just want you to imagine or close your eyes and receive the transmission of the healing. So the first thing we're doing is we're calling all our soul fragments back, clean and cleared, and returned to you from everywhere you've left it. Maybe you left it at the grocery store, maybe you left it at the hospital, maybe you left it, you gave your thoughts and feelings away by thinking about someone too much. I'm just gonna call your soul fragments back, clean and cleared, and returned to you. And then I want you to release all the soul fragments that you're carrying for other people. And this includes the hooks and cords. So I want you to list out the 10 people in your mind that you're thinking about right now. The first 10 people, the people that live in your house, the last 3 people you talk to on the phone. Maybe it's a coworker or a family member that you're concerned about. I just want you to list them out. So your husband, your wife, your partner, your kids, your boss, your best friend, somebody who's struggling, your parents, anybody, the elderly, the person you just heard, that you knew that had, some kind of trouble. Just think about them and at this point, we're going to remove, clear, release any oaths, vows, promises, contracts, and obligations. We're going to see them in the light. We just want to send them some healing and light, but pull our own self back and get them out of the pool. So we want to release, clean, heal, and send all of their energy into the source light, sending it back to the energy of all that is, to be replenished in our own selves, that we are replenished with all the energy that we need and more, a little extra, to be able to serve in the way that we need to serve right now. And maybe close your eyes, and I always see it like the Borg, where the energy is unplugging from other people, and then imagining the white light coming in and just restoring and refilling your entire energy field. And that we do this in the highest and best way, with harm to none, through every cell of your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Aho. All right, it's easier now to think and listen. So I hope that helped. Today is Heart Chakra Day. So I have my green glasses and my green dress. It's kind of a little belated St. Patrick's Day outfit. I don't wear a lot of green, but Heart Chakra Day, I wear lots and lots of green. And we're going to talk about the heart chakra, and then we may, if we have enough time at the end, we may go into a little bit of higher heart. But the heart chakra, some people think of it as inside your actual heart, the organ. And the thing is that the heart is off a little bit to the left. So that's why your heart hand is your left hand. And it's a little awkward when we hug, although we're not allowed to be hugging right now. When you hug, it's better energetically to actually lean your left shoulder into the heart of the other person. So everyone think like, what is she doing? But I actually heart to heart place my heart next to another person's heart when I hug them. It also means that this is your receiving hand, because the blood on this hand is receiving. And then the other hand, your action hand, is the opposite side. So you have your heart, and it's actually, your heart chakra is more like a figure 8 from the actual heart side to the action side and across. And you would meet right here in the middle. I hope you can see that. Right here in the middle, there's like a little bone there, and that is where your heart chakra energy lives. And there's actually energy there that goes with you from lifetime to lifetime. And that's where we're going to imagine a green, and I mean, I see it like emerald green or shamrock green, like the color I'm wearing. And this is the color of the heart chakra. Some people also think of the heart chakra as pink, because it's that unconditional love color. But for the purpose of the rainbow of chakras, it's green. So this means, oh, you know, I'm going to talk about stones, right? So this means green stones. And what is Michelle's favorite green stone? Anybody can guess? Extra bonus points if I get a guess for what Michelle's favorite stone is. Is everybody hearing me okay? I've got remarkably less comments than usual. I'm still on, right? Let me make sure the volume's on. Okay, so my favorite stone is actually a wealth and prosperity stone, as well as good for the blood and good for the heart, and a beautiful green color, and it is malachite. So malachite is my favorite heart chakra stone, and I use this all the time. I use it as a worry stone. I carry it with me for luck and wealth. Green jade is a really, really popular heart chakra stone, also used for luck and wealth. And probably after those two, Another one is green agate. I love this little green heart. This is actually from one of my friends, Donna Campbell. I got this on my cruise. Thank you, Donna. I know Stacy's, one of her friends, Stacy's probably going to be watching a little bit later. So, tree agate, green lace tree agate is another favorite, also incredible. And so I have this beautiful mala. This is one of my favorite malas of all times. So it's a gift. And if you don't know how to use a mala, that might be another lesson, but you actually do an affirmation and use it just like a rosary, only it has 108 beads, and you just move it with your thumb. And you can do something like, I am divine love. I am divine love. I am divine love. I am open to love, or whatever it is that you want to say. I am open to love, or I am divine love. And I just use it on my fingers until you get to the end. And then you know you've said the affirmation 108 times. So you can wear that to also remind yourself to stay in a good energy field. So this is the card, the beautiful heart chakra, beautiful emerald green. And I have this lovely green candle with a little lotus blossom candle holder. And of course, it wouldn't be me without a list of chakra stones. So the chakra stones that I like are green calcite, emerald. I have this most beautiful emerald singing bowl. Green tourmaline, jade, watermelon tourmaline, moss agate, which is what this is, and green aventurine, and of course moldavite. Moldavite's one of the fastest acting, deep, spiritual heart chakra stones. It like wakes it up. If you feel like your heart's been, overdosed, it wakes it up. And we're going to talk about another set of heart chakra stones in a little bit when we talk about the higher heart, which can be used for the heart or the higher heart. But of course, pink is the other color. And we have rose quartz is probably the #1 used heart healing crystal of all times. So we use that a lot. We use pink calcite because it's really good for grief work. Rose quartz is good for love, self-love, romantic love, calling in love. And you can also use things like morganite for that higher purpose of love. And my very favorite stone, again, I'm not sure if this is working because I'm not seeing any comments. Oh, there's comments. It just wasn't moving. Okay. Sorry. I guess I do have some more people on and comments coming on. Technology's been really, really weird for 2 or 3 days. I think there's just more people on the internet than ever has been ever before. So forgive me. It looked like my comments weren't moving, but now it's all there, and I can't read it because there's too many. Go figure. So, heart chakra healing. One of my very favorite, rhodochrosite, a very good stone. I'm saving that like a little bit more for the lower chakras on another day, but absolutely, Caitlin, that's a really good stone. And I wanted to show you the sacred geometry as I have been doing. This is a beautiful green chakra, green jade with the sacral and the sacred heart symbology. And it's a Merkaba. with additional circles around it. Raw cut emerald. Oh my goodness. Amazonite, chrysocolla. The chrysocolla is definitely green. I think of Amazonite as more the throat or the higher heart. But, feel into it, whatever works for you. This is that beautiful chrysocolla, which came from a wonderful friend of mine, Tabitha, who made me this beautiful bracelet for wealth and prosperity. So she's, if you're interested in any jewelry, I definitely can get you guys connected to her. She's making amazing bracelets and things that you can wear your chakra jewelry, which is, I basically wear a bracelet for whatever it is that I'm working on. It's an easy way to connect to the stones. And as usual, once we get through the crystals, and I guess the last thing I want to say about crystals before I move on is that often I will place it while I'm laying down. I will place it right here on my chest, so you can see it. But what's great about necklaces is often your necklace is going to lay on your heart or your higher heart, and so that's a great it's a great way to place stones. Like I'm using them, I've got a double moldavite placed right here, and it helps energize me. So wearing crystals as a bracelet, yay, but also wearing crystals right on the heart, or meditating with crystals on the heart or the higher heart, or maybe one of each. Definitely one of the ways I use crystals a lot for heart chakra work. But you can also use a crystal wand. This is my kunzite wand. I can actually use the wand to make a figure 8 across my heart and my other side back, meeting at the chakra. And then you can also go up to the throat and down to the solar plexus if you feel like there's any blockages. Because often if we have blockages to the heart, it's right here and right where a woman's bra strap would be, or your diaphragm is. A lot of blockages to the heart aren't in the heart, but really in getting to the heart or up to the heart from either above or below. And often as a healer, I really see this as probably one of the most troublesome chakras of all times. It's placed in our lungs. We have grief. We have trauma. We have sadness. We have heartbreak and hurt here. And often we have put a box around it. A lot of people put some kind of protection around that heart chakra. So forgiveness is probably the key word I've got to give you guys here, folks. Like, you can use all the crystals in the world or all the oils or all the things, but if you are holding back resentment, rejection, regret, any of your blah, if you want revenge, or you just want to stay safe and you don't want to be open and you don't want to be awake and aware, it's going to hit you in the heart. And if you're grieving, and you can be grieving the loss of a job, you can be grieving a loss of a pet. Sometimes it takes harder time to get over a pet than a person, because they're such a part of our daily, actual routine and day-to-day activities. So, it might be easier to lose a loved one that's farther away from you than it is a beloved pet. It's like a child. So sometimes we just have such grief here. Also, an extension to our heart is our hands. This is got their own chakras here in your palms, but it is an extension to the heart. And what is the heart but actually the altar? It is the sacred middle. Just like this is the middle of our chakra challenge, It is, we are halfway through. Can you believe it, guys? It is day 4. The heart is the middle. There are 3 chakras above, and then the higher star seed chakra, and 3 chakras below, and the earth star chakra. So this is like the middle, and this is where we want to unite both our spiritual self and our earthly self. So we want to heal, release, and clear this heart chakra out as much as we can. And there's a couple different things you can do. On my personal page, one of my mentors posted a really good article on the Ho'oponopono prayer. I am also a big proponent of wording that is from Louise Hay. And this wording is, I forgive you for not being who I need you to be or what I need you to be, and I love you and I set you free. And it's from Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. And I forgive you and I love you and I set you free. Oh my God, that is a powerful statement. It is a power statement. Forgiveness is key. I literally sometimes wear a key around my neck. It unlocks things. It unlocks the heart. It unlocks and lets go of pain. So the thing about saying, I forgive you for not being who or what I needed you to be or should be, the thing about that and the heart is that you don't have to say that it was right? And you don't have to say that what they did, didn't impact you or was good. You're actually saying, I no longer want to hold the poison in my heart. I no longer want to hold on to the resentment or the grudge that hurts me more than you. And not only can you forgive, you can still have standards and forgive. So just because you are forgiving someone does not mean you're saying what they did was okay. In fact, it does not even mean that you have to let them back into your life. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love the ability to forgive and set free, because then you no longer need to even be part. This is like the hooks and the cords and the chains that bind you. You're no longer trapped by the pain. You're no longer trapped by the emotions and the energy. Now, probably one of the most powerful things about forgiveness work here can also be looking into your mirror, your own mirror, and forgive. I forgive you for not being where I wanted you to be, or I forgive you for not doing this thing that I think you should have done, or I forgive you for doing this thing I wish you had never done. So a lot of us are trying to stay out of judgment right now, judgment of self for, oh my God, I should be better prepared. Maybe I should have had 3 months of income in the bank, or I should have done this, or I should have quit that, or I should have done this before now. And we're just here. And so forgiveness is key. Self-forgiveness is key. You can't beat yourself up for who you aren't yet or who you want to be. And a lot of times I see people who are needing to actually forgive themselves for like where they are at a certain age too, where they're like, I should have already had this much money saved by the time I was this close to retirement, or I really wanted to have kids by now, or by this age I should be independently free, financially free, or by this age I shouldn't be getting a divorce. Whatever it is, if you're putting a timeline on it, release that. And just, I have an entire class about this called Releasing Emotional Hostages, and I might actually put that online next month, because I think it is probably going to be important in this day and age with everything that's happening. I've been really toying with doing a deeper dive into some of these concepts and some of these chakras. So if anybody thinks that they might be interested in an online class, in April, let me know, and I'll see about that. But look yourself in the mirror and say, I forgive you, I love you, and I set you free of the shoulda, woulda, couldas. And so back to oils. One of the oils that I like to use, and I put it directly here on my heart and my third eye, is the rose oil. And I can't tell you how much power rose petals, roses in general. So right now, what did I do? One of the last trips I was going to the grocery store before lockdown is, of course, I needed some roses to raise my vibration. And, any color is going to help. Pink is an unconditional love color. But any color. I am working on the sacral chakra, which we'll talk about in 2 days. So I went ahead and got orange ones for joy and for creativity and inspiration. So, but any color rose, and rose oil. So I have my Egyptian rose oil, which, oh my God, it is considered one of the highest frequencies of all oils of all times. It's considered one of the highest frequencies, and the heart frequency. So the rose, it's so much so that there's whole, the Brotherhood of the Rose and the Priestess of the Rose, and there's a whole lineage of the rose. So using your rose oil to open up your chakra, open up your healing. If somebody's around and you have your roller balls, one of the things you can do is actually have someone, and this is powerful, actually roll it onto your back, right at the back. This one has, I love it. This one is rose, and it's got rose quartz roller ball. And often we get that pinch between our shoulder blades. You can just roll it right into that, as a spiral, right in that rose oil, right into that back of your heart, and it'll just kind of open up your chest. But my favorite exercise to open up your heart is actually a chest exercise, where you're taking your arms and you're pushing back your wings a little bit. You're actually going to open up your arms, and you are going to roll them a little bit. You can also open up by taking your arms and just like stretching them across your chest. And the last one I do is actually kind of push-ups in the doorway, that you can like just stretch and flex those shoulder blades. That's opening up your heart. And a lot of people hunch forward, especially women. Us women, we have our breastages, and so we roll our shoulders forward as if we're protecting our heart. But that actually leaves the back of our heart chakra wide open to, be stabbed in the back or pain. So if you get that backstabbing, open up that chest and shoulders. And another exercise that one of my friends, Amber Medley, taught me was to actually roll up a towel and place it in the middle of your back, so that you're laying on the ground with your head all the way back and your arms all the way to the ground and your hips all the way to the ground, but your back open. And that opens up that heart chakra just so powerfully. And then, of course, if I'm dressing candles, if I'm dressing the green 7-day candle, I'm going to use the other roller ball, nice silver roller ball, heart chakra oil. And so rose is my favorite. I probably would only use rose or one of these rollers, but there are some other oils that are good. Pine, spearmint, jasmine. So I have a love blend that I use jasmine, patchouli, and rose. So if you don't like patchouli, you could just use jasmine and rose. Geranium, cedarwood, cypress, lavender, lemon, orange, sandalwood, lime. Oh my God. One of the things I do when I really need to open up and wake up is I use lime essential oils in my spray mister, because it's like that opening up of the chakra, opening up, waking up, you know, sort of vibrating. Oh, jasmine and vanilla together. Oh, yum, delicious. Or I'll put a little bit of lime in a spray mister, or I'll put a little bit of lime in my Epsom salt bath salts when I'm taking a bath. And that's really good for opening up your heart chakra and kind of waking your energy fields up. And one other stone that I forgot to mention was peridot, because it often helps you, if you feel stuck, unlock your potential. Hi, Gloriana. It looks like you guys are really busy. I'll have to read these comments later. They're going too fast for me to actually read. But I'm glad to see you guys are engaging. I'm going to spend some time tomorrow trying to get some of the comments. I still had class today, so I've been was a little busy, but I'm going to start reading all the comments and making some suggestions. So that's the green part of the heart chakra. Okay. So the other part of the heart chakra is actually called the higher heart. And I really feel that we are awakening to this right now. And if you move right between the throat and the heart, there's a little bone here. And this is where your higher heart is. And often it can be like a little bit of an aquamarine, or it can be seen, a lot of spiritual practitioners see it as like a pink. And so morganite and kunzite are my go-to stones for the higher heart. Larimar is another favorite stone for the higher heart. Aquamarine is a favorite stone for the higher heart. And what is the difference between the heart and the higher heart? The heart is very, you know, earth-based love. I love you, you're my partner. I love you, you're my child. And keep in mind that other languages have far more versions of love than our measly little one person, hi Jerry, one person, you know, one vocabulary love is in the English language. But you have the unconditional love of humanity, where you're like, I love the world. I am open to the possibilities of the divine. I'm open to my own divinity. So when I think of the higher heart, and for me, activating this higher heart is probably one of my missions in life. Actually opening up that awakening where you are now realizing that you are a spiritual being having a human experience rather than a human having a spiritual experience. That's from the Course in Miracles, and it is such a profound statement. But I'm going to tell you something. When I needed to open up this heart and higher heart, is when I got this beautiful kunzite wand, and I would just lay it here. And now I have a necklace. Some of you have seen it. It's like the size of Florida. And I just like to lay the stones across it and just imagine connecting myself to my own divinity, to the realization that if I forgive everything, if I accept everything, and I get into non-judgment of everything, and I see other people as divine, even those who are just struggling, because we're struggling right now as humanity. We're struggling to stay positive. We're struggling to make sure that our base needs are met. We're struggling to survive. I mean, there's a killer virus on the loose. And yet, I've seen more compassion, the most compassion I have ever seen in my entire life from strangers to other people I have seen in the last weeks. I have seen more people go, what can I do, instead of hoarding. I've seen people giving away things that they've just purchased because someone needs it more. People are making masks, homemade hospital masks, and people are being kind at crosswalks. And, what is it? The higher heart is about humanity and being a humanitarian. So we lock down this grief, but when we get to the higher heart, there's no grief. If our higher heart is open, there's no grief in it. It is all about understanding the oneness. Namaste means I honor the divinity or the light in you as I honor the divinity and light in me. So we are at that place, the breaking point, the tipping point really of opening up our heart, opening up our forgiveness. So if you want extra bonus points today, I'm really excited to read some people put up some gratitude lists from yesterday. Gratitude is a huge heart healer. Forgiveness is an even bigger heart healer. So, of course, your healing practice today is going to include imagining either a green or a pink ball of light, maybe both. I always see the green light here and the pink light here, and I imagine it that I'm in a green ball of light with pink filling it, and sending out compassion and love all over the place. And the next thing you could do is imagine true forgiveness. Oh, someone just wrote true forgiveness. I need to work on true forgiveness. Well, this is the perfect time. Take the list of people that you need to forgive and just start with the mantra, I forgive you and I release you and I set you free. I forgive you for not being who I need you to be or want you to be, and I set you free. So if you can either work on freeing yourself with forgiveness or freeing another person, one person, two person, three person, however many, I'm not going to count. If you can, post your reflections about forgiveness, there's extra bonus points toward one of the prizes. So I've also been asked if I could extend, there's a couple people who joined us late in the challenge, if I could extend the challenge out for a couple days. And so I'm not going to do a Facebook Live on Sunday. I'm going to wait until Monday because it's my magic day anyway. Michelle's Magical Mondays. I'm going to do a full Facebook Live at 6 o'clock. I'll probably go somewhere between half an hour and 40 minutes just like this and do a full chakra meditation and hand out the prizes. So there's been a little confusion on where to post your reflections after your meditation. And when I get done with this, I'm going to put the Soul Circle, and it is Soul Circle, not Soul Circle All Access. It's the Soul Circle page, and then we'll put the Heart Chakra reflection up. So I've been pretty good about, I don't care where you post it. You can post it at the bottom of this video or on the video each day. You can send me a private message. Whatever it is that you need to do to participate, this is really more for you than for me. I just wanted to come out over these days and talk about, how you can do the work. So the most important part is to honor yourself. And so I have, of course, as usual, I have some downloads for you. You guys want some downloads? You think you might want some downloads? So I know right now it hurts to feel. The heart chakra is also about nurturing and feeling, and maybe even feeling too much. So I want to do a healing of the broken heart. And the broken heart can be broken just from stress and anxiety, all the way to grief, all the way to depression. So we're going to send the energy of healing the heart, making it return back to whole again, and that we are connecting with our highest divinity. I know how to live without judgment. I know how to live without receiving the judgment of others. I know how to love and accept myself. I know how to accept others as they are. I know how to accept change. I know how to accept change in trying times. I know how to accept something I cannot change. I love myself in every area of my life. I love my body. I love myself even though I need to forgive myself. I know how to forgive myself. It's safe to forgive myself, and I do. I know how to forgive others. It's safe to forgive others. It's okay to set boundaries, and it's okay to forgive someone and still set boundaries. I deserve to love in all areas of my life. I give love, and love comes back to me. I deserve love in every area of my life. It is safe to trust. It is safe to love deeply. I know how to trust. It's safe to trust. I love deeply. I love with genuine passion. I love with trust. I radiate with the essence of pure love. I am pure love. I am a radiant being of light and love. I can live without regret. I know how to let regret go. I know how to live without regretting. I can live without wanting revenge, because I deserve happiness in every area of my life. I deserve prosperity in every area of my life. My emotions are balanced and in harmony with my energy. It is safe to open my heart, and I do. I am able to let go of my hurt. I'm able to forgive myself. I am able to forgive others. I know how to forgive myself. I know how to forgive others. I know how to let love heal me. I know how to let myself love again. I know how to let myself love myself without feeling conceited. I can live without being rejected, and I know how to live my life without being betrayed. I know how to have discernment. I do have discernment. I am loved. I am worthy of love, and I am worthy of receiving a partner's love. And I just want to heal this for the entire genetic line of your family. Anytime and every place in your DNA that you have not been loved or your family has not been loved, anytime and any place in this life you have not been loved or felt alone, anytime through human history, any past lives, DNA lives that you felt alone or unloved, heal and resolve that. And on a deeply intrinsic soul level, that you know how to be loved, that it's safe to be loved, and the lesson of love is yours, that you already have this lesson, that you can love, you can forgive, you can live without judgment, you can live in acceptance without judgment, that you may be in joy. Through your heart, through your cells. I feel it through every cell of the body right now. There's so much more I could say, but this feels like a really good place to pause and stop and send you guys off on reflection. For me, the heart is probably the most important of all chakras to heal. Without an open heart, without the ability to love, and without the ability to accept and even to forgive, it's kind of pointless to do any of the other work, because otherwise you'll be shut down. So open up your heart. It's better to be open and give the risk of chance to live than to miss that chance. It's better to learn acceptance first without worrying about all the consequences. Sometimes a little bit of risk is worth 1,000 joys. And this is sort of my expertise, the emotion of love and being aligned with love. So I'm just going to sort of end with, are you aligned with love? You know, are you like using love as your tool? Are you using love to live your passion? Are you using love to find and align with people of like minds and hearts and souls? And if you don't believe that you are lovable or worthy, please, please, please reach out to me, because I guarantee that you are. You are worthy of love. You deserve love. You're good enough for love. And I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. And each one of you has a heart and a soul. And I want you to heal that broken chakra. So see yourself as whole. Your heart is also the biggest part of your soul, that place where intrinsically you are you. So I know that the world is uncertain now, but one thing you can always be certain about is your emotions. You get to choose to align with love even in the most trying times. And that's what brings us together as humanity. That's what brings us together in light. So take a deep breath in and expand. Connect to your heart. Connect to your heartbeat. I'm actually placing my fingers on my heart right now. And feel your heartbeat. And feel it line up to the heartbeat of the planet. I just felt like, just when I said that, I had to line up my spine. Feel the heartbeat of the planet and your heartbeat become one and the same. And then realize that every heart on this planet is connected through our heartbeat. And send out unconditional love to every single heartbeat on this planet. And I hope you felt that, because all of us are sending it out to you. When we join as a collective, this is the power of the universe. The power of prayer. So this is Michelle Orwick, and my whole purpose today was to help you reconnect with your heart as you align with your heart chakra and you align with love. And just remember that I love you. I love you. And, this has been so great for me. Thank you guys so much for your love and your participation. I'm really, really grateful. And I love you. I love you very, very much, everybody. So, and don't forget, one last thing, live magically.